Hi guys, Sienna here from Sienna Industries. I am here because I want us to have a conversation. I've been trying to wait until the setup is perfect. I've done wallpaper somewhere and I realized that I just need to start and get the content out, and then along the way we are going to zhuzh up the place. You guys will give me suggestions. So I'm in my t-shirt. It's nighttime here and I just wanted to connect with you and talk about my new project. So I am Kenyan, Kikuyu by origin, and I've been learning 1,000 Kikuyu proverbs courtesy of this book by KLB, Kenya Literature Bureau, by Barra. I would love to meet Barra if he's alive, and just thank him for putting so much wisdom in one book. Initially it used to be big and it used to be only circulated by PDF, and then KLB combined the book into something portable. This is an amazing book. They give the Kikuyu word, the literal English translation, and the English equivalent, so you can get to know what the word means. So I'll be going through a page in every video. I have how many pages are they? 186. So I have 186 videos to make, or less, because some have run over, and I will do my best to pronounce them as it should be. If there's a word I mistake, please write it in the comment below. Let's interact. This is a way to learn more about the Kikuyu culture without any bias. There are people who are married to Kikuyus, and this will be helpful if you're going maybe for a family function and you want to connect with your in-laws, or you have kids who you're trying to teach to be more tolerant and to spread across the word, or you're just curious and you want to learn things just like I am. This really helps me when I go for family get-together, because you get to interact with the older people and everyone gives an example of something. And I've been trying to teach my son Kikuyu, but he's not really taking it up, but I'm going to keep trying. You never know. You never know. So today I'm going to go through pages. I will go through them randomly, and I'm also reading some of this on the go, just as you are. So this is not something that I've read and rehearsed. No. So I might also have a hard time spelling them the same way you might interact with it. So give me grace. This is a recorded session. I'm not going to go back and cut out anything. I'm going to post it as it is with just a little bit of editing. So if you'd like a copy, I have several copies in my store, and you can write me your contacts or inbox me, and then we see how to get through them. So I hope this helps. And if you have any other suggestions, or you have books from your tribe that you would love for me to review, even though I will butcher the spelling, but you'll teach me. So here we go. So this project, we're going to call it the Proverbs Girl. And throughout the 186 pages, we're going to interact, and you see how this applies to your life. So today I'm going to do page 111, and it starts with the proverb 613. So let's go. The first proverb is Mwana wa gare akunyagata nyina. Mwana wa gare akunyagata nyina. Mwana means child, gare means leopard, akunyaga is pinches or scratches, tanyina is like the mother. So the literal English translation is the baby leopard scratches like its mother. The English equivalent to that is like father, like son. So I'll go through that. So normally when we use this to say something that you've seen in a child that is similar to the parent, mostly the mom. So there are kids who speak like their mom. There are kids who behave like their mom when they were young, or now as they are. So this proverb is used to show the correlation between a child and a parent. And sometimes kids take after you by what you say, by what you do, and especially by what you don't do. So this proverb is usually used to showcase the connection between a child and pattern behavior of the mother. So mwana wa gare akunyagata nyina. So if a child calls you silly, and their mother had done that previously, you can use that in a statement and say, Mwana wa gare akunyagata nyina. Does that make sense? I hope so. So 614 is the next proverb. Mwana wa ngoriai ndekĩraga njiriri kagũrũ. Mwana wa ngoriai ndekĩraga njiriri kagũrũ. So the English literal translation is, the orphan boy wears no rattles on his feet. The orphan boy wears no rattles on his feet. So the contextual note is the Kikuyu used to wear rattles on their feet when dancing. when this proverb, according to how I understand it, is they're talking about orphan boy who has nothing to wear on his feet. In my understanding is the child who does not have parents or family or relation, they do not have a reason to be dancing because they lack the contextual place to go dancing, which is family events, which is connecting with others, which is the setup for parties, birthdays, and things like that. So here they're saying mwana wa goriai dekeraga jiriri kagoro, to show that the child who is orphaned is mostly left behind. They do not get to interact with other children. They do not get to be remembered in parties and stuff like that. Like, when was the last time you went and checked on orphans and took them or had a party for them? They often get left behind and they miss big portions of life interactions like parties and dancing. That's very sad, but it's well said. Mwana wa goriai dekeraga jiriri kogoro, rather. Wow, that's deep. So the 615 Proverbs. Mwana wa rwedo areaga nyina na ithe. Mwana wa rwedo areaga nyina na ithe. So the literal English translation is the child of love troubles the father and the mother. The child of love troubles the father and the mother. The contextual note is the proverb has the obvious meaning that the child who realizes he or she is parents Benjamin, the favorite, gives them most trouble. But it also means that the child born of illegitimate love will soon become a nuisance to the parents. What is the English equivalent? To nourish a viper in one's bosom. Okay, the way I understand this, mwana wa rwedo areaga nyina na ithe. Koreaga means to consume. So in this proverb, it's saying that the child who you show that they are the favorite is often the child who's going to trouble you the most. Why is that? Because they know that no matter what they do, they're your favorite. They can mess up, mommy will come and save them. They can be rude, mommy will still make excuses for them. So areaga ide na nyina, meaning the child who you give the most to without any remorse, without any consequences for how they act, will often be the child who troubles you. That makes a lot of sense. Mwana wa rwedo areaga nyina na ithe. So if you see your mother or your auntie is spoiling their child, this will be a good proverb to use. Mwana wa rwedo areaga nyina na ithe. That this child, the way you're going with this child is going to trouble you. The Kikuyus knew how to communicate things without offending someone, because that is just a proverb to contextualize exactly what is going on with that child and the mother. Oh, that's interesting. So 616. Mwana wa thahu ndatigaga kiriro. Mwana wa thahu ndatigaga kiriro. The literal English translation, the child of sin does not cease weeping. The child of sin does not cease weeping. What is the English equivalent? Sins and deaths are always more than we think them to be. Sins and deaths, rather, are always more than we think them to be. Mwana wa thahu ndatigaga kiriro. Sins and debts are always more than we think them to be. Given this age of us taking debts, tunachukua tala, we have all these loans we capture because we want to go party. So this would apply to us, where the child of sin always causes you misery. So what is the concept? For me, I would understand this as when you're taking up those loans to buy that purse, to go against the norm of living well and living below your means, when you go out of your way to have so much pleasure, to go and get as much fun as you are, we consider that sin and debt. So the child that is born from that earning and desire to please yourself and to go beyond the necessities, that is what we call mwana wa thahu, meaning the child of pleasure and sin and self-fulfillment always brings sorrow and remorse. Mwana wa thahu ndatikaga kiriro. It doesn't end. The moment you start taking those debts, to pay this debt, it doesn't stop. You find yourself 70 years old and all you have are debts to show. And that's when you'll use this proverb. That all your life, your sins or your debts have been a source of pain. That's very deep. So the 617th proverb is, Mwana we na ithe ndanyuaga muma. Mwana we na ithe ndanyuaga muma. So what does this mean? The literal English translation is, the son whose father is still alive takes no oath, for his father defends him and, if necessary, takes the oath instead of the son. Let me see if it's spilled over. No, it has not. So this means mwana we na ithe ndanyuaga muma. In traditional Kikuyu, when there was a squabble or an argument, the person who were in the argument had to take an oath, and it would be either a blood oath or they would have to stand and say that Moruangania, I declare that death come to me if I am lying. So you had to defend yourself. But the children who had their fathers would come on their behalf and they would say, no, you are not going to take an oath. I'm going to stand and represent you. I'm an elder in this community and everyone here knows that I am a leader. So, mwana we ithe ndanyuaga muma. But the child who's an orphan, who doesn't have anyone to defend them, they had to take an oath to defend their own honor because they didn't have anyone to do that. So mostly this is a call to the fathers that you're supposed to defend your children. You're supposed to be the one who stands in the gap. Don't leave your children out there to suffer consequences for maybe mistakes they have not made, or don't even let your kids get to the point whereby they are without a father who can defend them. Mwana we na ithe ndanyuaga muma. I hope you enjoyed this Proverbs. Those are just 5 Proverbs. So we have 995 more to go. I hope you stick around, subscribe, share this with your friends and family. And let's learn about the culture. Let's not have this issue with each other's culture without knowing the context of where all this came from. This is well captured. These books are going to be in my store and I'm going to be selling them. And if you're Barra, please hit me up. I would love maybe to even interview and know why you came up with this book, how much research you did, and just share the interesting aspects of it. So I hope you stick around, subscribe. My name is Sienna from Sienna Industries. See you in the next video. Bye for now.